Duel Links is a mysterious area that suddenly appeared in Link Vrains. I thought I had no reason to fight anymore, but I have to learn what this world's all about. And Playmaker told me, Duel Links created I. Does that mean this world might create other Ignis too? Akura. I failed to protect you, but if I can see you again, I promise to save you this time, just like Playmaker did with I. I'll build the circuit that turns dreams into reality. I Link summon Link 2. Trickstar Holly Angel. That's right, guys. Blue Angel and Trickstar Holly Angel are here. I'll keep battling as Blue Angel until the day we meet again, Aqua. Blue Angel and Trickstar Holly Angel are here. Let's get into the character level up rewards and skills breakdown. Alright guys, Blue Angel is here and let's get right into it. No one would suspect. I read this last week, right? In the other video. It's the exact same as the blurb from the event. Okay. So let's get in here. Let's get some of her level up rewards. So first, her first skill is Trickstars Together. At the beginning of the duel, add 1 Trickstar Candina, 1 Trickstar Lilybell to your deck, then add 1 Trickstar Holy Angel to your extra deck. The following effect can be used once per turn. Select 1 non-link Trickstar monster you control and move that monster to another of your main monster zones. Okay, so this is basically a Trickstar version of the Go Onizuka skill that gives you the 3 Gokis in the main deck. So this one gives you the 2 of the main Trickstars. Strange, you're not getting Licorice, you're getting Lilybell instead, and then you're getting Holy Angel into the deck, and it then allows you to move 1 of your Trickstars once per turn. That's actually pretty nice. And the reason you'd want to move your Trickstars is because some Trickstars have certain effects that are used that go off when you summon in their links and their link arrows. Just like Trickstar Holy Angel, each time you normal special summon a monster in the zone it points to, you inflict 100 damage. So just in Holy Angel's case, even though I don't think this would be the best place to use it, you can summon a monster, Trickstar Together, move it, summon another monster into Holy Angel's link arrows to deal damage twice. So, we're gonna have to find out what is gonna be the best movement card to use it on. So then we've got Trickstar Nightshade. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material for the link summon of a trick monster, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So this is a pretty nice link extender card. It's gonna help you get out 2 link monsters in 1 turn. Very nice. Even to help you go up to link 3. Solemn Scolding. You know, it is whatever. It's a card that, you know, was in SR tickets, not too hard to get, but I guess a lot of people just don't have it. I guess that's why it's here. Trickstar Kodobane. Okay. Kodobane says, if you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are Trickstars, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the damage step, when your Trickstar monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. That monster gains attack equal to the original attack. You can send this card from your head to the graveyard. That monster you control gains attack equal to its original attack until until its end of the turn. So it effectively will double your monster's original attack if it still has its original attack, but it will just gain however much it originally had. So it's a hand trap. Pretty nice hand trap. Only usable on other Trickstar monsters. Keep that in mind. But other than that, it's a good free special summon. And all you need to do is control Trickstars. Can't ask for more than that, baby. Draw Sense Light, nothing to see there. Trickstar Crimson Heart is a link 2. Each time a Trickstar monster is normal or special summoned to a zone this card points to, gain 200 life points. You can discard 1 Trickstar card, both players draw 1 card. But if your life points was at least 2,000 higher than your opponent's when this effect was activated, you draw 2 cards instead. You can only use the effect of Crimson Heart once per turn, so Crimson Heart, pretty nice. I don't think we're going to be seeing more than 1 of these in a deck. I don't think so. You really want it for its late game effect that will let you draw 2 cards after discarding a card, but you know, giving your opponent anything is kind of rough, right? you are discarding a card, you are losing a card in your hand, and then you're getting one back. So you're getting nothing, but your opponent is getting a free card from this effect. And, you know, the second part of this monster is trying to make it worth it by the fact that if you fully committed to burn damage and your opponent is now, you know, 2,000 below you, then you will get an extra card as well. But I don't know, dude. That's just kind of like minus, like, to start, and then for its extra effect, you come out even. I don't know. I don't like that, and I personally don't like anything that will give your opponent a free card to their hand. That is basically asking for you to lose card advantage, you know, especially in links, you know? If you're going to do all this work, getting to a Link 2 monster, and it's dead end, it's the for you to gain life points, and each time it's summoned, you're not getting any more advantage other than the cards that you're drawing from this effect, and each time you use it, you are also giving your opponent more resources. I don't know. It's just not sitting well with me. Level 20, we've got Trickstar Trick. Can be used if your opponent controls a monster that will special summon from the extra deck. Send one Trickstar monster to the graveyard from the hand. The normal draw for the next opponent's turn after using this skill becomes 3 cards. At the end of that turn, banish random cards in the opponent's hand equal to the number of Trickstar cards in your graveyard. This skill can only be used once per duel. Now, I don't know. This was kind of interesting in the anime, but I do not like this in Duel Links simply because you are giving your opponent, once again, you are losing a card in your hand, and then you're giving your opponent 3 cards. I mean, you're giving them 2 extra cards on their next turn, and the only downside for them to gain these 2 extra cards is that they have to play their entire hand. Essentially, you forced into the void on them, but you've given them 2 cards for forcing into the void on them. You're forcing them to... Their entire hand will be banished. However, you knowing that this skill is now active, you will just play your entire hand. All spells and traps you have, you're going to play them. The only thing that this would really mess you up, or really, I should say, mess your opponent up, is if they are playing a deck that has monsters in it that are not just able to all be brought out very quickly, right? They have a bunch of high-level monsters, and they have, you know, cards they don't want to all bring out on the field at once. So maybe they would be very hesitant, or maybe they could not play their whole hand the turn you activate Trickstar Trick. Now, this can be used on a turn. It can be used as soon as your first turn if you go second, or, you know, as soon as your opponent controls an extra deck monster. Now, I feel like this is going to be a skill where the matchup definitely depends, because it would be good in a deck like Blue Eyes, right? Where they're not going to be able to get all their level 8 monsters out on the field at one time. They're going to have resources in their hand, and they're going to lose some of those resources if they cannot play all of them. But I'm going to say in most cases, this, again, is you going negative. Giving your opponent cards, and then you have to give them their entire turn to play those cards? Get out of here, dude. I'm not playing that. I don't know. So the rest of our level ups doesn't look like anything special. Yeah, we're just going to get Crimson Heart again, and Quarterbane and Nightshade. So Quarterbane and Nightshade are good main deck monsters. You're definitely going to play them if you play Trickstars. And then Crimson Heart is basically probably a one-up, I think, in the extra deck. Now, let's take a look at some of these skills here. Let's see what we've got. Draw Pass, pretty simple. Draw Sense Light, Draw Sense Water. Fairy Smile, this is a typical fairy skill. Heart Creation, let's see, this is pretty interesting. Change all Link 2 or above Marinsa's Link monsters you control in the extra monster zone to Marinsa's Crystal Heart. The monster changed with the skill cannot be used as a Link material. This skill can only be used once per duel. Ooh, this is one of her anime. This is her Ignis card. 2 water monsters, unaffected by your opponent's monster effects. While this card is in the extra monster zone, during the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, that opponent's monster is unaffected by card effects except its own. When this card, or your Marinsa's Link monster this card points to, is targeted for an attack, you can send 1 Marinsa's monster from your hand to the graveyard for that battle. Your monster cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage. I mean, it will protect all of your Marinsas. You can, when a Marinsa's Link monster card points to target for attack, you can select 1 Marinsa's monster from your hand to the graveyard. And that's it. That's all it does. It protects your Marincess links. If this card battles an opponent's monster, that opponent's monster is unaffected by card effects. Why would you attack with this card if this card battles? I mean, if it attacks or gets attacked, the opponent's unaffected. Get out of here, dude. I don't know. Let me know if you think it's going to work. I don't see it. Holy Angel Trick. Holly Angel Trick. The effect damage of your monsters whose original name is Trickstar Holly Angel will be doubled. Now, I think this skill is a huge missed opportunity. I think that something like this should have been for the rest of your turn. When you activate this skill, all effect damage you deal is doubled from Trickstar cards. I think that should have been the effect of this skill. I think that this skill is a huge wasted opportunity because Holly Angel, man, I mean, you want this in your extra monster zone, but because now you have Holly Angel Trick, you're not going to have, you know, the skill lets you move your monsters around to let you proc Holly Angel multiple times. So you're going to have to be summoning with Holly Angel and then linking the monsters you summon into her links all so you can summon more. And then you're only going to be getting 200 per summon. Man, this is a trash skill. This is not good. They had the opportunity to make this really good, and it's not. Life Charge, generic. Link Booster, generic. Marincess Transcend. Send one Marincess effect monster you control to the graveyard and add one Marincess monster to your hand from the deck that is one level higher than the original monster sent to the graveyard during this turn. You cannot normal summon or special summon any monsters except Marincess monsters. This skill can only be used if you begin the duel with a deck size extra deck that contains no monsters other than Water Cyberse monsters once per duel. I think this is when Marincess gets support, this will be a good skill. Because it is essentially your Spell of Roses on a play. Send a Marincess effect monster you control. Oh, you control to the graveyard. Oh, man. I didn't read that effect. You control. I mean, see, they're really trying to stop these skills from being good already. They're trying to nerf them, so you do have to commit to a monster before you activate the skill. So for Marincess, this is going to be the skill to play for sure. I think it's going to be better than Heart's Creation just because it will get you a different Marincess. Although, you know, it's going to take some setup and it has to be one level higher. We right now only have 2 Marincess main deck names, so we're going to have to get more Marincess cards, man, through events or another box because she got none in her level up rewards. Ugh, monster move, generic. Trickstar Gig. Okay. Can be used if your life points are at 2,000 or below. Send cards from the top of your deck to your graveyard up to the number of Trickstar cards you control. Okay, so maximum 4. Then you can add 1 Trickstar card from your graveyard to your hand once per duel. Oh man, dude, I don't know. I think you're gonna need powerful back row in this deck to really survive anything because your monsters don't do anything except deal effect damage. So I don't like milling your deck. It's just to add another Trickstar too, man. Like, these ways to get card advantage through these skills are so bad. Like, these are like literally unplayable, I feel like. Ah, man. And you have to already be down 2,000. It's just like you're gonna lose the duel by the time you get to activate a skill like that. All around, guys, I think that Blue Angel has some good main deck options that will make Trickstars more playable. Stuff that was in her event deck. Her skills, on the other hand, man, a lot of them are very weird and they're very close to being good, but they're just not. I'm gonna say Trickstar Together. Probably the best that you want to be playing. It gives you an extra Candina if you didn't pull what you needed from the deck. I'm going to say Trickstar Trick is definitely matchup intensive. You don't want to be using this against any deck that can just straight up use all the cards in their hand and defeat you. Trickstar Gig is really mediocre. It's only going to help you during the later stages of the duel because there's... Like, how the heck are you going to get to minus 2,000, right? You're not dealing effect damage to yourself. Your opponent is going to have to mess you up in order for you to get there. And I think Marincess Transcend is going to be the best Marincess skill. We will need more Marincess before this is good, though. You know, just really quickly, let's look at how many Marincess names that we actually have access to in Duel Links. I know that they added 2 with the latest mini box, and 2 main deck ones, and they did add Coral Anemone, so we should only have 3 Marincess monsters, and there it is. Yeah, we only have 3 Marincess monsters. If you guys want to think about it, every event we get 2 new cards. Blue Angel's gonna have 2 more events before she gets added to the gate, so that's 4 new cards from events. And dude, are they all gonna be Marincess cards, or are we gonna get some in a later box? So let me know what you guys think. Marincess, they have a good skill, but they simply do not have the names right now to make them a good deck. So, oh man, I really was feeling Blue Angel. It looked like based on the cards we were getting that this deck would be very playable, but simply the skills are not really going to be assisting this deck and helping you deal more effect damage or assisting the effect damage playstyle. And I think that's a huge missed opportunity. It should have definitely sought to capitalize off of that. So, guys, let me know what you think about Blue Angel. Are you excited to play Trickstars? Let me know what you plan on playing in your Trickstar deck and what skill you plan on using. Guys, as always, like and subscribe if you liked the content, and stay tuned here for more Duel Links Vrains World content. Peace out, guys. I'll talk to you later.